welcome back to my channel. And in case you're new here, I'm Joanna and I make weekly videos about organizing, motivation and lifestyle. Speaking of organizing, I was looking through my phone and I just couldn't look at it any longer. It was so cluttered. I couldn't find anything on it, and even though I promised myself at the beginning of the year and whenever I am downloading something new that I am going to find some time to look through it, organize everything and clear all of the apps that I am no longer interested in or using anymore off of my phone so that I can truly enjoy the minimalist look of it, be able to find quickly things that I am looking for, and just generally enjoy a beautiful wallpaper that I frequently enjoy changing. Don't forget to like this video if you, like me, like to have your phone super organized and minimalistic. And don't forget to subscribe while you're at it and hit that notification bell so as not to miss any of the upcoming videos. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram so that you can see what I am working on when I'm not posting any new videos. Alright, but let's head straight into it. Imagine my excitement when I saw the new update, iOS 14, and realized what kind of amazing things people are doing with their phone, customizing all of their apps and everything around it, and sending all of the unused applications to the app library. It's a way to organize your phone without deleting all the apps off of the phone. So you're still able to find them, but you don't have to have them grouped in those tiny folders and pushing them off away to a different screen. Now they're all collected in that library so that it's so much easier for you to see the ones that you frequently use and the ones that maybe you might want to still use but not as often. So in this video we're going to talk about the different steps that we need to take in order to make our phones organized, clean and really our own by customizing them using just 2 apps. So one of the first steps you need to take is, of course, update your iOS to 14 if you hadn't done it before. Step number 2, you need to download 2 apps. The first one is called Widgetsmith and the second one is called Shortcuts. I'm going to post them somewhere here for you to see what they look like, and it's very important that you pay attention to what the icon looks like because it's very simple that you might download something completely different and it's not going to work for you as intended. Step number 3, you need to pick your aesthetics. You might want to Google your ideas or head straight to Pinterest. Pinterest is my absolute favorite when it comes to Googling ideas or researching your own ideas and finding things that really interest you or speak to you personally. I decided to go with the fall theme because, well, we're in the fall season and I really felt like having something to remind me of the beautiful colors that we can see outside. But before we dive in, I wanted to show you what my old home screen used to look like so that you can really get an idea of what I wanted to change and why I needed the change. So here it is. This is what it looked like. I wanted really to have this first page without any apps on it so that I could really look at this clean wallpaper and enjoy the very, very minimalist look of it. The idea was that the next pages would also be quite clean with maximum 2 rows, but as you can see, I could not stick to it. So hopefully with this new change, I am going to be able to stick to it a little bit more. Okay, so now with the apps downloaded, with Pinterest researched, start by removing your apps from your home screen and deciding whether you want to keep the app on your phone or you want to move it to App Library. So having it away from your home screen but still have access to it should you need to use it. So in order to delete an app, you need to click on the app and hold until the apps start to jiggle, and then you press on the little minus that shows on the left top corner, and you click remove from home screen or delete, depending on what you want to do. Okay, once you decided on a theme and colors, it's time to start really playing around. It may not seem as easy as you might think, but once you start doing this a couple of times for all the apps that you feel like you want to have on your home screen, I'm sure it is going to become easier and easier with each step as you're taking it. Just bear with me and follow all the steps. I'm sure it's going to work out for you in the end. And after doing all of the organizing and changing and applying all of those little tricks that I'm going to show you in a moment, this is what my current home screen looks like. I really like it because it's very simplistic and it's just one tiny screen. It's very simplistic. It has only one page with all the apps that I'm using most frequently, and anything else that I am using less so, then I can find it on the other page in the app library. And I really like it how it all got put together. Okay, so if you picked already your own aesthetics and you already have your own ideas on what you want to create, let's get right into it. This is probably the most enjoyable process of it all. Planning it and making it happen. So the very first app we're going to start with is Widgetsmith. At least this is what I started with. Then we are going to decide what we want to create. So say you want to make this beautiful calendar styled widget. So you need to decide on how big you want it to be. So as you can see, I have my quotes around here, and they are the small ones. And they're not the size of an app. They're a little bit bigger than that. So the medium was my calendar and large is really large. So you guys just have to play with it and see what works for you best. But how this works is you click add, of course, then you click on the widget and then you click on it again, and you just choose your style and whatever you want on it. It could be the time, could be the location, it could be a calendar or the week or just the day, and you get to decide if you want it to be maybe a photo. So it could be also your beautiful photo that you could display. It doesn't have to be a calendar necessarily, that's all up to you. Or it could be your text or blank, upcoming events, weather charts, anything you really want. They're really beautiful. Alright, so say you want exactly the same one that I picked. So it's the day and date. Then you go to font, you get to play with it a little bit. You can decide which one is more appealing to you. Doesn't seem to be an option for you to upload your own, but perhaps that will change in time as well. So say we like this one, copper plate, tint and color. I decided to go with white, but of course it's up to you to change that. Then you can change the background color. There's a lot of choices and they're really beautiful. You can also make your custom one, where from this little chart you get to pick really any color you want. I decided to go with this dark orange one because I felt like it went best with the fall colors. So this is what I chose, and I decided not to go with any border, but that's just your own preference. So once you're done doing all of the tweaks to it, and if you're happy with it, then we need to go back and you click save. Now you can tap to rename it, but you might as well remember which one that was when you are picking it. So if you're happy with whatever you created and you would want to put this on your home screen, you can do this by going to your home screen, pressing on it until everything starts jiggling. Then you press on the plus button in the top left corner, it brings up the widgets. You scroll all the way to the bottom where you can see Widgetsmith. We click on it, then we have to remember that we created the medium one. We click add the widget. Now it might not necessarily come up with what you had saved for yourself, which is completely fine. We're going to click done, then press on the newly added widget. We go edit widget, and from there, if you want to choose any of the ones that you created, you can also play around and see different options. Remember, we created number 2. This is what I'm going to choose. Tap away, and there it is. Now, if you would want to have those little quotes, this is also quite simple to do. We first of all need to go to Widgetsmith, then we click on the small widget, tap on it, we tap on it again. Then if this is only the quote that you want it to have, you're going to go to Style Custom, Photo, then Selected Photo, and you choose your own photo. So the quotes I found were taken off of Pinterest. So it's just up to you to find anything that will suit your aesthetics, anything that you want it to be. Then you go back, you save, you go back to your home screen, press until everything starts jiggling, plus on top, scroll all the way to the bottom, widget, Smith, and then add a widget. That's it. As you can see now, it came up with a quote that I had made, but if this would be something that you want it to be something new or you want to add more of, then again you need to tap on it and choose from the list of widgets that you had made. So this is that. Now when it comes to changing the icons for the different apps on the phone, it's a different app that we need to use. This one is called Shortcuts. So say you selected some of the apps to be on your phone and you decided that you want them to look a certain way. You can find those photos also off of Pinterest, but you can also purchase them from creators who have made their different colored looking icons, but there is also a bunch of them for free. Okay, so if you have your icons selected, it's time to go to Shortcuts to really create this look of when you click on them. Now it's the time to make the icons lead you to the actual app that you want them to represent. So how we did this is by going to Shortcuts, the other app that we downloaded. At the very top right corner, we can click plus. This is going to be the new shortcut. We click Add Action. Then you can see this scripting. We're going to click on that and open app. Now, as you can see, it says open and we have to choose what kind of an app we want it to open. Let's say books. Then at the top right below next, we have those 3 little dots in a blue circle. Let's click that. Here we can edit the shortcut name so it's kind of easier to find it. Or we can get straight to it and click add to home screen. So here you edit the name, say books, so that we can remember. And then before you click add, let's press on the icon right next to books where I wrote it. And you decide to pick your own photo. So when you decide on an icon, you need to save it to your phone as a photo. Then you're just going to replace the icon's background pictures to something that you chose it to be. It could be even a photo that you took of yourself reading books or something that you found to represent the idea. It's really up to you. So say I'm going to choose this, and once you're happy we click add and it is now featured on our home screen. Let's click and it takes us straight to books. This is the action that you have to perform for all of the apps that you want to create, and it might seem like a lot of work at first, but I believe that the entire idea of having this look is to have it really minimalistic and reduce the amount of things that we have on our screens. So you don't really have to do it for all of the apps that you have on your phone. But I decided to go with this one page, and so far I'm very happy with what it looks like. Now, when it comes to certain things that I do not like about this, I think this is quite important to mention it as well. But here's what I'm talking about. So say you want to open Books, the app that we have just created. If you click on it, you can see that it first takes you to shortcuts, and from then it only launches the actual app. Another deal, and this one is something that bothers me a little bit more, is the fact that none of the apps are going to get any notification pop-ups, if you will. You know, like when you get a message, you would have that little red circle around it with number 1 or 2, depending on how many messages there would be. So this is something that you're not going to get. Of course, everything is going to come through the notification center, so it's not like you're going to really miss out on things that are happening and messages that you're receiving. But if you are still interested in finding out what notifications have come on your phone, of course, Notification Center is available to you if you swipe down from the left corner, at least on my phone. And then you can still see whatever messages you were getting. So it's still out there, just you're not going to get any red circles around your apps. Something to consider when you would think that this will be something that might bother you. So if you decided to do that little change in your phone, don't forget to comment and let me know what your phones look like right now. Thank you so much for watching, and happy organizing, I guess. I'll see you next time. Bye!